Well, hello there, my darlings, and welcome back to another little episode of, that's right, all together now, WARFRAME. And today we are the beautiful Saryn. Look at those hands. I put this animation on her so we could see the details on the back of her hands, and look at it. It's such a gorgeous skin. We'll get into that later. But I am Saryn because we are off to trigger the new KUVA weapon in the form of the KUVA SOBEK. It is a shotgun weapon, which I don't really use shotguns in this game just because of my playstyle. So we'll see how it goes. But I wanted to put toxin damage on it as base damage, and Saryn, who better than Saryn to make sure that happens. So let's get into it. I'm going to show you the triggering of the LICH, a tiny bit of the LICH fight, and then I'm going to roll that KUVA SOBEK out and try a few different mod configurations. And Saryn actually comes into play with the KUVA SOBEK, and there is a mod, an augment mod that we're all waiting to get our grubby little grommets on, but we'll see how it goes. So let's get into it. So the first thing I guess I should tell you is if you want to get to the point where you can trigger KUVA liches to get their delicious KUVA weapons and possible ephemeras, etc, etc, all the goodies, you need to have completed the War Within quest. You need a railjack, which will involve potentially doing the Rising Tide quest or buying a railjack from the market, and you need to be an MR5. And when you get to this point of being able to trigger the KUVA lich, I tend to come to Cassini on Saturn. It is a capture mission. I go solo. I do the capture, and then you have to, I think, kill, I can't remember how many enemies it is, but just try and kill as many enemies as possible after you've performed the capture mission. And as you can see, it triggers a KUVA spawnling. And the thing to know about the KUVA weapons, if you don't already know this, is that you can choose not to trigger it. So once we've taken the KUVA larvaling down, the weapon will appear above their head, and we can take our time and decide whether we want to trigger that weapon. So they do go on a rotation when you go through these missions, one after the other after the other. Just keep going until you find the weapon you want. I always recommend going for like the Nucor, the Tsar, the Brahma. I mean, it really depends on what kind of weapons you like. There are some melee weapons in there. I think there's an art gun weapon, potentially. So go through the list. I made a list and I figured out which ones I wanted first. And that's what I did. And then once you've got those weapons, you actually come back and get another one. The other important thing to know is the progenitor. So the progenitor is the warframe you take. There is a wiki list of which warframes give which base damage, and it's basically like an extra bonus bit of damage or status on your KUVA weapon when you get it. I've brought Saryn because on this one I want the toxin damage, but on a lot of them I'll go for radiation, which is, I believe, Octavia. I'll take her and trigger most of my Tenet and KUVA weapons. There you go. And as you can see, I went through this mission a few times, and then the KUVA SOBEK popped up. I took down the larvaling, and she was just crouched there, feeling sad about herself. Then, yeah, I stabbed her, did the mercy kill, whatever it was I had to do, and then it triggers the whole LICH mission. And they'll appear in your orbiter, you'll get introduced to them, you'll find out their weaknesses, their strengths if they have them, and that's where you begin your LICH journey.
I choked down enough poison from you to kill 10 normal Grineer. But a Grineer who has shared the old blood is no normal Grineer.
So once you've been introduced, you can come to this screen and have a look at their weaknesses, resistances, etc. It also tells you what level they're at. And this is where you'll track all your mods that you get for them and the attempts that you have to stab them. I have done a whole KUVA lich episode. I won't bore you with the details right here and right now. If you'd like to know, either drop me a comment and I'll answer some questions in the comments, or go and find that video. I'll try and link it at the end of this one. And I was incredibly lucky with this lich. I got my configuration correct on the second go, which was Mars. And I used the Ul mod, and I found out my third mod after I'd stabbed her, and she fled to the Proxima region, which is basically the railjack. And that's where we'll head next. And as I mentioned in my Tenet Galaxian video, I prefer the Tenet sister railjack fight. It's quicker. way quicker. For the KUVA LICH one, you have to take down X amount of fighters. I think in this one it's 55, and 3 cruise ships. Not sure if that goes up the higher your LICH goes. I've never paid attention to that bit. But yes, you have to take them down, do the cruise ships, and then you can head to the main LICH confrontation. And seeing as I was so lucky and I got myself a level 2 LICH, this fight took literally no time at all. What with Dante and the Incarnate Latum, it took her down very quickly. So let's watch that play out. But you must remember to vanquish and not convert if you want their weapon. And she's down. She's done. That was so quick. It was ridiculous.
Concluded for now.
And there you go. You just complete the mission as per normal, exit your Railjack mission, exit your dojo when you get back, and head to your foundry. You will have an email telling you what you've won. Sometimes you get ephemeras, etc. But on this occasion, I only got the weapon. You go and claim it from your foundry. You don't have to build it or anything. It's just in there. And voila, you now have a new Tenet all KUVA weapon to play with. Obviously, I've still got the Glaxy in my hands there. I love that weapon, by the way. And there you go. That's the KUVA Sobek. So we're going to mod it up. I'm going to rank it up first before I start showing you what I was playing with. But I tried to take it out on Steel Path, and the Warframes I was using with it just kept dying. I'm just not there yet with those particular Warframes. So, but we'll go through the whole process and we'll see what you think of it. Well, my darlings, I've been working on the KUVA Sobek since I claimed it, and I've always promised I won't bore you with the rank ups anymore, especially at the Hednahydron. Sednahydron. I always get those letters muddled up. Yes, Saryn, yes. Gives me a headache too, I know. Clutching the forehead, I understand. I know, she's sparkly and gorgeous, yeah? Right, am I right? Anyway, so I've been ranking this KUVA Sobek up, and I went back to MH Blacky's videos because he did a Tenet Glaxian video and it was so useful, and he breaks it down to what these weapons will potentially be used for. And I don't know where he gets his information or how he learns all this, whether he's just really super smart. I found his KUVA Sobek. I didn't watch the whole video, I'll admit. I skipped to the builds, but I did watch some of the bits where he was explaining the future of this weapon, where Saryn is very much used in conjunction with the KUVA Sobek. We mentioned in the Tenet Glaxian video, there are augment mods on their way. We've just got to be patient. There are a few rank ups away, quite a few actually, to get. They're so mean. By the time we get here, we'll have forgotten about them, right? Am I right? But yeah, this one here on reload, next magazine has status chance and multi-shot increased by 15% per shot landed with your current magazine, max 15 stacks. So that actually stacks up to like, I don't know, 200 something percent, I think. I'm not very good at the maths, so that's going to be very interesting to put into the KUVA Sobek. So yeah, not really sure about this build. Now, I'll be perfectly honest with you guys. I know this is a KUVA Sobek episode, but I'm just going to bring our beautiful Saryn in, and she is gorgeous, and I so want to love playing as Saryn. I have tried for so many years to love Saryn, and I just don't. I don't dislike her, I don't hate her. I have nothing but positive feelings towards her. I just don't enjoy playing her, and I can't explain why. I don't know if it's because I'm playing on controller and I feel like her abilities just feel a bit faffy with those buttons when you're constantly popping them, which is probably why I like to shoot things and not use my abilities too many times. But if I switch to mouse and keyboard, I get a really bad strain in my elbow. I'm old and I injured myself using a mouse. Honestly, I'm not even joking. It's just the way it is, okay? And just deal with it, all right? God, I can't stop looking at this void shell skin. It's so beautiful. And the other thing, I'm not personally keen on shotguns. I know, don't come for me. If you love a shotgun, I'm not judging you at all. Like, you do you go. But if you've been watching my channel, shall I? Yeah, I mean, you just get through so many formulas in this game. The Sobek has like 2 or 3 augment mods. One of them is rubbish. This one is one of them. The good ones, acid shells, and the other one obviously is the one we don't have right now. So I'm going to continue ranking them up, and then what I'll do is I'll bring you back in and we'll have a little showcase. I just need to try practicing with Saryn a little bit more on her abilities. So the reason I think a lot of people are using the Saryn Warframe is because of her base sort of toxin and corrosive damage. It marries up the way her damage type applies to the enemies. It marries up well with the Sobek, and that also spreads damage across enemies, especially with the Acid Shell Augment mod. And I was desperately trying to get it to work for me, and I did. It was fine, but when I went on Steel Path, the second I took my foot off the throttle, Saryn was down like a sack of spuds. And I don't like that kind of vibe, so I came back off Steel Path. I did try Hydroid as well because of his corrosive damage, and Lavos because of his various toxin damage abilities. But, you know, I think Saryn is the way forward, definitely. I just need to keep working on it and tweaking my builds and practicing with Saryn and the Sobek together. I just found on the higher level that the Sobek just didn't kill things quick enough to keep her safe. That was all. But we're going to go to the Sanctum Anatomic and have a little look and exterminate. But first, I realised, because a lovely person in my comments said on the Tenet Galaxian video about creating the new Toxin Archon shards. And a John B. Fashion left a comment on my Tenet Galaxian video saying, having Lavos, this is the Tenet Galaxian video, having Lavos helps a lot with damage because 2 green shards, i.e. Archon shards, help the Galaxian armor strip and adds viral from Lavos with the augment. Valence fusion gives out insane numbers. So that has inspired me for the KUVA Sobek to make different coloured Archon shards from the 3 base colours, which are red, yellow and blue. You need the coalescent helmet segment, which you can get from the Sanctum Anatomica once you've ranked up, I think, to rank 2 there, and it's like 30,000 standing, something like that. You build it, you install it. I did a little video on it. And to create the green one, you have to mix the blue and yellow together. If you have a yellow Tau Forged and a blue Tau Forged, you can mix the Tau Forged ones together to make a green Tau Forged, I believe. But you cannot mix a Tau Forged with a normal one to create anything. It has to be the same, like for like. But this one gives you Toxin Status Effect. So thank you, John B. Fashion, for reminding me that I can coalesce. We're going to choose the normal blue. I have a Tau Forged, but if I choose the Tau Forged, I don't have any other Tau Forged anythings. So it won't let me choose them. So if I just choose the normal Azure Archon Shard, and then over here, I can choose the yellow. And it's telling me I can make a green one. This will be my first Emerald, Archon Shard. And this actually only takes 50 Stela instead of 100 for the Coalescence. And there we go, my first Emerald Archon Shard. So I'm going to put that in our Saryn. Toxin Status, well, obviously we're going to try that first, aren't we? Let's just try that. So many options. Can you imagine if that was a Tau Forged version? I'm just going to take her out. I'm not going to go Steel Path. Like I said, I can't keep her alive on Steel Path, so I wasn't enjoying that. But I will definitely go and do the Sanctum Anatomica missions, and I shall show you some footage right now with this brand new, wow, that is a beautiful view of her hands, right? Gorgeous. She's got absolutely gorgeous banging hands, hasn't she? Amazing. Mesmerizing, one might say. Anyway, enough of the hands, Saryn. My viewers will be distracted by your gorgeous, voluptuous hands, you know? I'm just saying, they're going to be totes distracted by it. Okay, my darlings, we are now... Look at that beautiful Tau Forge. I love the emerald, honestly. Let's go. We are at the Sanctum Anatomica. I am but a few steps away. I'm just going to choose a mission. I feel like survival might be the way forward. Oh, it's an Omnia. It's an Omnia Fisher survival. Let's go for that then. I got excited then. Did you hear the genuine excitement? I love the Omnia Fishers. I literally love them.
Attrition. The longer you hold out, the weaker the murmur gets. Make your presence known. Our foes have compromised the habitation systems. How predictable.
Alright, so predictable. Like the most predictable. Oh, see, they're already infected. Oh, hang on. Oh, yes. Nice. That's the effect we want. We want the acid shells to pile in. Oh, yeah. Now we're talking. Steel Path, I just wasn't ready for Steel Path, so I wasn't enjoying it. I wasn't enjoying the experience of dying. Oh, damn it. Okay. Nice, love it, all about it. Okay, just need to kill things quickly for a moment instead of in slow-mo like with the Sobek, because I just need the energies. That's what's happening here. I love the Grozling. He's adorable.
Looks like you could use a bit of life support.
Right? No, 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 none of this, please. See, do you see what I'm saying? Like, I love the big, heavy shot that is the... I do like the... Oh, God. It just takes so long to do everything, like, murder things with it. And I know, like, literally no one's playing with just one weapon. Well, perhaps they are. I don't know. I'm not your mother. You can do whatever you like. I mean, it's okay. It's killing the stuff. It is. It's killing the stuff, the things. Oh, that's the good shit right there. Where's all the energy orbs? And why am I almost dying again? Oh, God. Hi, don't mind me. My name is Saryn, and I'm weak as shit when I'm not attacking everything. Right, let's just put this on, like, fast forward for a second. Like, reality, you know, this is the reality I'm used to. Not this slow-mo bullshit. Right, where are all the enemies, man? This way? Ah, yeah. I just remembered I'm in an Omnium Fissure, so it is a little harder than the normal mission, so maybe we can use that as the excuse as to why I'm struggling. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, we're staying in for another round. I will have immediate regrets, I know I will. Ah, so it's one-shotting things now. What's that all about? It wasn't doing that before, was it? Is it because they're weakened because of the infectione? Because I know that in this game, it's sort of like practice makes perfect kind of vibe. I get that. I do. I love how she speeds up when she's molted. That's good, isn't it? I hadn't noticed that before on previous goes with her. Okay, there's a few Eximuses and I'm, you know, I've noticed, there we go. Oh my god. No one can tell me this later isn't like amazing. Right, if I heavy stun attack, look. What is about that? But it makes the infection go up. Oh god. It is super satisfying. If I can just make it work properly, I know I'm going to love Saryn. I know I am. But I was having a conversation on my Discord today about being a considerate Meza or Saryn user. Because some people, you know, go into a mission with a Saryn or a Meza and just know they're not going to kill anything. And when you're on a grind for affinity, oh man, it's not a problem, is it? But sometimes it feels irksome. Okay, let's go this way then. Okay, they're back this way now. are. Okay, we're doing okay now. Like, it's like I feel like I've got into my rhythm somehow. Right? Ooh, nice. I mean, I do have the Velox Prime, but I'm always happy to have some goodies. Do I leave or do I stay? I could stay, maybe? I'm going to do a third round and see how she fares. Wow, look at that. Whoa. We almost just died. We almost just died. Again. Okay, time for the later. The fast deaths. No, whoops, didn't mean to do that. Again, where are my enemies, man? Where are they? Woo! You can see I've already started to leave the Sobek out of the mission because it's just not killing the enemies quick enough. And they're attacking me too quickly, if that makes any sense. And I need more energy.
That's it. You opened the relic. Finish your mission and we'll take a look inside.
Again, taking too long to kill the enemy, so they've got too much time. To injure me, you know? Loving it. I am really actually enjoying this. It's that whole sort of being out of your comfort zone, playing the game a different way. And like, it starts off feeling a bit, I don't like it. And then all of a sudden it starts to click a little bit and yes, okay, I'm not at Steel Path level with this build or this weapon. As you can see, it's just not. It's something to do with the way I'm modding it. But it's getting there. Like, and I do have a Riven in it now, which is either helping or hindering. I'm not actually sure. Yeah. Just not killing things quick enough for me, personally.
Your hard work is really paying off.
Okay, we're gonna leave now. But there you go, that's 3 rounds of a solo higher level survival because it's normally a Fisher than a normal survival on the Sanctum Anatomica with Saryn and the Sobek build. And I'm not enjoying it. I don't think it's ever going to be my main go-to build, but, you know, maybe in the future I could do a bit more work on it. And, yeah, bring you back. Definitely bring you back when the augment mod comes out, or when I retrieve it, when I get to it. I have spent days working on this video and all the footage that you see, so my darlings, if you want to give me a pity like, go for it. Please give me your likes. It's the easiest way to show thy YouTube algorithm that you like having me around. It's the easiest way to support a YouTuber is to drop a like, drop a comment, and or subscribe. That's it. That's all you got to do. So there you go, my darlings. That's going to be... I love that voice, Lloyd. I love it. Wow, she is handsome AF, no? So, my darlings, what do you think of the Sobek and conjoined with the Saryn build? I'm not, again, a big Saryn player, so I apologise if I am mildly irking or upsetting any Saryn mains. Please do not take this as anything other than someone having fun and finding their way through the game and figuring it out. I'm not telling you what to do, never. And I wouldn't expect anybody to tell me what to do either, but suggestions are always welcome. And, you know, future players might find the comments and be like, ooh, that's actually useful. However, sometimes you can just have too much information, you know? You know what it was like when you were new and everybody was telling you all different things on the internet or in-game, and your head starts spinning and you're like, oh my God, let me just recenter and move forward and everything will come together eventually. But as long as you're having fun playing the game, it doesn't matter. Oh God, I love this skin. I just want to play as her because she's so freaking gorgeous to look at. I have not got bored of looking at this beautiful skin. How could you get bored? Look at the detail. Look at the detail. Right? How could you get bored of it? You could never get bored of it. Sexy biatch. Anyway, welcome to hell, yes. But dog, you're in my way. Hound. Okay, so yeah, we're going to say, we're going to stand on the shiny bald head. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching. Let me know what you think of the KUVA Sobek, if you've got it, or the original Sobek. I'm not a big lover of shotgun weapons, but let me know if you are, and what you think of it, and if you hate it, if you love it, where we're at with it. And lots of videos coming up. I'm going to do a whole little mini series of how I rank up in various places, like the Sanctum Anatomica, but I'm going to start at Cetus, because why not? Start at the very beginning, right? And I actually still need to rank up fully there on this account. I'm going to do that. In the meantime, my darlings, thank you so much for joining me. I really do hope to see you again in the next one, no matter what that may be. But for now, you take care, and... Ready? Oh, never get it right. Never get it. I'm sexy. I've got my shit together. I'm Saryn. Nothing could possibly go wrong. Good. I literally pressed the wrong button. What the hell? What? Why have I forgotten the button? Oh. Good. Bye. Ciao, Bella.